long before the rivers dried, before the dust swallowed the farms, before the elders stopped singing harvest songs. There was a forest, not just trees, not just leaves, but something older than memory. The people of Aranye called it the whispering canopy. They said the forest listened. They said the forest chose, and every 100 years, it gave a gift, but never without conditions. The rivers of Aranye had retreated into silence. The crops shriveled like forgotten prayers. Children stopped playing in the dust. Even the wind felt tired. At the center of the village stood Cairo, 16 years old, quiet but observant. His eyes carried questions older than his age.
Are we going to die?
He watched as his mother coughed through the night. He watched as elders argued under the baobab tree.
He watched hope evaporate.
It hurts, my son.
Who is calling?
Cairo.
One evening, when the sky turned bruised purple, Cairo heard someone calling out to him. It felt like a force pulling him from the spirit world. The forest was forbidden. No one entered past the stone markers. Children were warned with stories of spirits and disappearances. But desperation is louder than fear. Cairo stepped past the stones. The moment his foot touched the forest soil, the wind stopped. Birds fell silent. Leaves rustled in a language he almost understood. He walked deeper and deeper, until light itself began to bend between the trees. At the heart of the forest stood something impossible. A tree wider than a palace. Its bark shimmered like moving water. Its roots pulsed softly as if breathing. Carved into its trunk were symbols that shifted when not directly observed. The elders called it the first mother. Cairo stepped forward, placed his trembling hand upon the bark, and the world inhaled. A voice surrounded him, not heard with ears, felt in bones.
You seek life for a dying land.
Yes. The air thickened. You would carry what others fear. Yes. I will give you power. The roots glowed brighter, a pause that felt like centuries. You will command rain. You will awaken seeds. You will breathe life into the earth. Cairo's heart raced. The forest darkened slightly.
But every gift bears conditions. First, you must never use this power for pride or revenge.
The forest's voice deepened. Cairo's breath caught. The symbols flared violently.
Every time you summon life, something of equal value will fade from your memory. If you lie while wielding this gift, we will reclaim not only the power, but your name from history itself. Then the roots wrapped gently around him. Do you accept? Cairo thought of cracked earth, of his mother's cough, of children crying quietly at night. He whispered, yes.
Cairo walked out of the forest at dawn. The sky followed him. Clouds gathered where he stepped. He raised his hand. Rain fell. Not a drizzle, not a promise, a downpour. The village erupted in cries of disbelief. Seeds drank greedily. The river began to murmur again. Cairo had become a miracle. Weeks passed. Green returned to Aranye. But something else began to disappear. One morning, Cairo looked at a woman smiling at him. He felt warmth, but could not remember her name. It was his aunt. He summoned more rain, fields flourished, but later that night,
He forgot the song his mother used to sing to him.
he healed a dying child and forgot the path to his own childhood home. Each miracle, a memory lost, quietly, irreversibly. The villagers began to kneel when he passed. They built carvings of his face. They called him Spirit Son, and slowly he began to believe it. Until one day, a neighbor warlord, General Zaref, was marching toward Aranye
To claim the fertile land.
to seize the miracle. The elders begged Cairo, use your power. Cairo stood at the edge of the village, the invading army visible in the distance. If he summoned the forest fully, he could split the earth.
Destroy them! You are chosen!
The elders continued to beg him, summon vines to swallow soldiers, call lightning from clear skies. He could end it instantly. Then, the forest whispered, remember the first condition. You must never use your power for pride or revenge. He clenched his fists. He could feel pride creeping into his chest. He could end this, be remembered forever. But remembered as what? A savior or a tyrant? The army charged. Cairo raised his hands. The wind roared. Vines trembled beneath the soil. He could destroy them. Instead, he summoned rain.
Not destruction, just rain. Mud swallowed boots. Weapons slipped from hands. Confusion spread.
The invaders retreated without a single life taken. Aranye was saved, without vengeance, without pride.
But as the storm faded, Cairo blinked. He turned to his mother and did not know her face. Years passed.
Aranye prospered, green as far as the eye could see. But old Cairo wandered the village like a stranger. He remembered the forest. He remembered the conditions. He remembered why. But he no longer remembered himself. One night, aged Cairo returned to the forest, stood before the first mother.
Nothing left to forget.
The forest responded softly. The tree spoke gently. You have one thing. He understood. His name. He smiled peacefully. Then let it be the final gift.
And by morning, no one remembered who first called the rain, but the land remained alive.
And sometimes, when rain falls gently over Aranye, the leaves whisper. The gift was worth the forgetting.